And here we have Star Wars The Legacy Collection, Chewbacca, and Han Solo. Now, I'm doing this review of both of them together for obvious reasons, because they're the Star Wars best buddies. And also, these figures are actually meant to represent that famous scene where they park the Millennium Falcon in a cave, and the cave happened to be the mouth of a huge monster, and they park it on the tongue, and well, let me just show you the back of the packaging. So I'm sure you know this, so I don't think there's anybody who doesn't know that. I mean, they explore the place they've landed in, and they're not sure of the atmosphere, so they've got these gas masks. Yeah, right there. And as a side note, you've noticed that those mini gas tanks, they're like attached onto their lapels, and they're not in the actual figures. What I did was I just stuck it in between his jacket right here, and for Chewbacca I just stuck it underneath the bandolier, just so it would sort of resemble how they look like. And here's the rest of the wave. I wasn't going to get these figures at all, but as of what's today, January 2010, in Manila, the local the local Toy Kingdom stores have put them on 50% discount. Actually, more than 50% discount. So I went up and picked it up, right? For 50 off, these figures weren't that bad looking. But for regular price, I was not going to buy these things. So let's begin with Han Solo, since he's the easiest. These figures are, I think, I don't have the original Saga Legends figures, but I think they are repackaged Saga Legends figures, and hence they're very old figures from old mode. For instance, this Han Solo, let me just get a good shot at that. It does not have as much articulation as the newer Star Wars figures. I don't even know why they put articulation on this figure. It's pretty useless. Well, maybe it's still useful. He's got some waist articulation, some head swivel, waist swivel, ball jointed shoulders, and he's got these swivel elbows that really just, well, since his wrists don't move, they've added that swivel elbow. Same thing here. These were the old Saga Legends. I don't know. Leg articulation was just hinge. It is only on hinges. He's got a blaster pistol and this removable gas mask. You can remove it if you want to. The blaster pistol fits nicely here. I'm not going to do it now because I've put back the rubber elastic that keeps it in place. He does not hold it very well. He holds it well enough, but if you strike it, it's gonna fall off. So he's pretty good. It's a good sculpt, not much playability. He will stand very well, but that's about it. That's as much as you can do with it. It's really a statue, a small statuette, I would say. And it was really, I think this was a time when Hasbro was trying to do a little bit more than the original Kenner figures. The Kenner figures were really just stiffs. They didn't really do much. But this one, they added some form of articulation, which is really nice. But now with the new vintage Han Solo, this thing is really just worth what the price I paid for it. So that's that. Now on to the other figure. This is Chewbacca. I've never been really a fan of these two figures, these two characters, so I don't really have a lot of them. But this is one of the more interesting Chewbacca figures that I've gotten. I have another one which I haven't opened up, which is I think it was a Build-A-Figure. No, I forget, but I have another Chewbacca figure which is hung up on a wall that I didn't open. This one's pretty good. It's a very decent sculpt. The legs are a little bit too tight. I mean, I wish they would have molded it a little bit apart, but you can pose it apart, shoulder wide stance, or just a little bit a wider stance because of his torso articulation. You can make him seem as though his legs are apart. Do go in and out, but they don't. So it's well detailed. I like the fact that they've painted him very well. They've sculpted very well, despite being a reissue. I think it's a reissue. Please somebody tell me if he's not. So he's got a swivel, I think a swivel neck. He's got a ball jointed torso, which is very nice. ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, swivel wrists, swivel hips, ball hinge knees, and ball hinge ankles. It's very cool. He doesn't need a base to stand. He's got big white feet. I don't know what they call this thing, the crossbow or whatever, crossbow blaster he has. It's made of rubbery plastic, so he can hold it with both hands very well. But I would suggest you find a right spot to make him hold the blaster. It does not bend, not bend him. His bandolier strap is loose. You could remove it if you forced it, but it's actually glued on right here and here. So I would advise that. The gun is removable. It comes unassembled. You have to insert this piece right through that slot. I know it looks impossible, but it's made of rubbery plastic. It's very elastic. You can spread it apart and put one of these round things in, and it'll be fine. It's got a strap that's not removable. The face mask, the gas mask, is removable just like Han Solo's. So let me just put him back where he was, if I can. Yeah. Okay. 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 Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, so they're very good. I like these figures for the price I got them. I wouldn't recommend you get them for a retail price, especially if they're just reissues. I'm sure they're on clearance somewhere in your area. I wouldn't doubt that. If you're a big fan of Han Solo and Chewbacca, and you're looking for cheap figures of them, these two are pretty good, pretty decent enough. I mean, just to display on your shelf. Now, both of them come with this box. It has some artwork on it, like a locker. I mean, like a clone trooper locker. And I'm sure you've seen this in some of my reviews, but I'm trying to brush up on my knowledge of the Star Wars blasters instead of just calling them blasters. I did some research on the internet. So let's see. This is the, correct me if I'm wrong, the Biker Scout Scout Trooper blaster. The actual Scout Trooper blaster, I think, has the trigger guard longer, but this one's a bit short. I think it's the actual Biker Scout blaster. So that's that. I like this. It's pretty small. It also has, these are the contents of this box, by the way. This is the DC-15 blaster. Don't know if you'll count this as a DC-15 blaster, since the real blaster, actually, I don't think it has this small, teeny tiny peg or nozzle barrel extension. It's supposed to be, you can always just break it off or saw it off or something. But I think it's a DC-15 blaster pistol or rifle. No, blaster pistol, right. DC-15. Also comes with a DC-15 Clone Trooper rifle. Very nice. This is, I think, the older version. I don't know. I'm not sure. No, I don't know. There's no older or newer version. There's only one version. I'm thinking about the Clone Wars version. Anyway, that's that. This is the movie version, I think. Yes, obviously, they're all movie versions because these are movie figures. This is a droid blaster, the BAW E5? Yes, the BAW E5 droid blaster, which I think was also used by General Grievous. And finally, there's two other blasters which I have not had the luck of finding on the internet. Somebody please tell me what they are. If I'm not mistaken, this is, I think, the Space Troopers blaster, and this, or the Dark Troopers blaster, I'm not sure. This is one of the rifles of the Sand Trooper. I don't know, I could be wrong, but just, tell me what they are. So that's that. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons inside this case, and each one of the figures has it. There's Chewbacca's box, which I've not opened up. Okay, so that's that. That's the whole deal for these two figures. Very nice. I suggest you get them on clearance, and if you're not a big fan of them, don't bother. I mean, if you already have the Saga Legends figures, I would not recommend you get them. Get them only if you like the artwork and you're going to keep them in packaging, and if you really need the guns. there you go. The Star Wars Legacy Collection, Saga Legends, Chewbacca, and Han Solo. Thanks for watching.